Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, my name is Oindrila and I'm a full-time PhD student in environmental engineering at the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, and this is my personal video blog channel where I document my life as a PhD student. I hope you're doing well. I did not really update on how my life is going in a long time, really, since the video after New Year, I think. And so I decided to do that in this video, show you the highlights from the last couple of weeks. Aniruddha and I have been settling in after our trip to India in December and slowly getting back, catching up and getting very busy with work, really. With him planning to graduate and me getting ready to defend my thesis proposal very soon. We have had a very fast couple of weeks since I talked with you last. One of our very close friends, who is actually also a colleague of Aniruddha's, moved to California and I wanted to make them a gift. Aniruddha connected with him over a discussion about cinema, and so I wanted the gift to be something that brought out that shared interest. So I illustrated the couple, and with that the ghosts of Satyajit Ray's Gupi Gain Baghabain, and quoted the dialogue from the film Tora Boro Bhalo Chele Kache Aaye Kache Aaye, which essentially translates to "You two are two good boys, come close, come close." But all's been well, and we have been making some pretty interesting food lately. Most of the recipes are very simple Bengali food like doi potol that I was making here, and that we have at home generally. But Aniruddha has been experimenting with some very exotic dishes like chicken pheasantjan, which is a Persian delicacy, and so to go with it I had to make the tahdig rice. And we have been avid lovers of Persian cuisine, and our experiments did not go wrong and the food was delicious. I am almost at the end of my modeling experiments, and that means we are going to have a lot of lab experiments very soon. So, one of the things we are working on currently is to build an artificial flow chamber. Like any other project, the work started on the desk, planning the fundamental structure, doing some basic calculations to decide the right equipment to buy. Lewis and you, they were basically teaching me everything about fluid dynamics, and we came up with a basic plan. Lewis has literally been my lifesaver in the entirety of this project because the project has so many building components in it that is pretty much out of my skill set. But anyway, we have made a couple of trips to Home Depot, picked up the pump and some adapters and pipes and tested it at the lab, so everything is working. we just need to put everything together and build the flow chamber. Basically, we want the chamber with river like flow conditions, and are basically planning to control the flow with a potentiometer.
You might need a bigger tank.
Yeah.
Also, with experiments coming up, I am getting ready with loading some samplers at the right concentration, which essentially involves making a giant bottle with 80:20 methanol water mixture and adding my performance reference compounds into the solution, and then introducing the polyethylene sheets into it. So right now I'm headed to the lab. I have to work on loading my samplers today. I have prepared the loading solution in the last couple of days, and right now today I think I'm just going to introduce the passive samplers into my loading solution and leave it on the shaker for the next 2 to 3 weeks and let it equilibrate, and then I'm going to have to check the loading concentration before I finally remove them from the loading solution basically. But other than that, I think I'm going to work on an abstract. This abstract is basically for my proposal defense, which I hope to do sometime in April, and this abstract basically needs to go out to all the committee members before I can ask them to be in my committee. I'm also working on the manuscript of a paper. I have to rewrite the introduction once again. Made edits to the abstract and sent it back to my advisor, and that came back with some very heavy edits. I don't know how to feel about it. I was feeling pretty demotivated actually in the beginning, but I think I had a call with him, and I think I understand what he means by those edits and what he's actually trying to show me. The way technical writing is a very different kind of writing and needs very specific kinds of skills, and what he was saying, and I think it made a lot of sense, is that when we are reading papers, we generally read it with a mind of, we want to find something in the paper, we find it and we are done with it. We just follow what they have done, and that's a very different way of reading a paper, with an objective of finding the right way of doing things. The other aspect of reading a paper, and that requires a very different kind of mindset while you're reading it, is to pay attention towards the language, the way they are writing the paper, the way they are arranging their sentences, the flow, the logical flow of writing. I haven't really read many papers with that, the second kind of mindset, and definitely haven't had a hand at technical writing in a while. So my writing is more loose and casual writing right now, which is basically why there were so many edits to it. And I see that, especially when you're writing something as important as the abstract, which is essentially what everybody reads in a paper. Like 80% of the people read just the abstract in the paper, right? So it has to have a logical connection between the ideas you're trying to grapple with, and it has to convey the message in a very concise way. So yeah, I think I feel less terrible right now. I think right now the idea is we are going to send this abstract to the committee members. We have decided on the committee members, and we are going to see how everybody, if everybody is available and are willing to be in my committee. So this has what? This has the water.
Yep, water and then the specified amount of droplets inside.
Oh, so you are checking the.
So we're checking the actual level of ammonia inside. And
So you just want to put the shrimp inside them?
yeah, well, we're not going to put it inside just yet. We have to acclimate them to the water parameter. So TDS, pH, nitrate's not a big issue, I'm hoping. I should actually test for that because you have 0 plants in here, but it should be alright. We will be adding plants. I think I'm going to bring them tomorrow.
The plants?
Yeah, just a few of them. So these guys will.
Do you buy them or?
Well, yeah, I bought them and then I grew them in my aquarium. So I was hoping I could fill that out, but they haven't been growing too well, which is kind of sad. So the plant that I'm giving him is these guys over here.
The pink and green.
So those guys are pink, green, and then sometimes red. I can actually tell you what.
I think one is larger than one is. But where is it?
That's a male, and that one. There's so much refraction going on. That one's a female. So yeah,
Oh,
there's
so
a
it's
male and a
actually
female.
one male.
How do you know?
Well, the female has two characteristics. So if you look at the bottom where their legs are, she kind of has like a little hump.
Hello, good morning. So today is 2nd of March and I'm all dressed up for going to my office. Lately I'm going to the office to write my paper as well as the proposal document basically. And just to give you a little update, I have received confirmation from all my committee members, including the external committee member. And today I'm going to send out. So I left my brush for too long in the water and the wood sort of cracked. I think I've done this to so many brushes, so probably the tip of this brush is gone. But anyway, I have received their confirmation and I'm going to send out the doodle poll asking for the time slot when they are all available, and then we'll go from there. Once they confirm the date, I'm going to talk to the GPC who is the graduate program coordinator and fix the date for my proposal defense. So yeah, right now I'm heading to the lab and I'll see you when I see you.
These guys, like, you kind of want to bundle them up a little bit.
They're watching us. See. Oh. Today there were a number of things lined up since the morning. So I worked till 8 in the evening yesterday. I came to the office at around 9:30 today. I had a seminar, webinar talk on how to use art and design in science. I was very stoked about it. Spent the half an hour working on the questions I wanted to ask. It was more of a career shift question that I always have in my mind. Like, I want to do that as a career, and if I want to do that, what are the ways I need to sort of equip myself, get into something where I get to do that every day. And not really have to balance my work and my passion for illustration separately. So I needed to get some insight, and I did get some very valuable insight. I think from one, I had another meeting with the department graduate representatives for the upcoming open house for the new students in this year, and what are some of the social events we could plan for them. I want to finish writing this one section, which I know will need a lot of literature review and it will take time to write basically, and it's better I make myself some coffee and get into it. So I managed to send emails to get connected with the speakers of the webinar today, and one of them got back to me, actually replied to my message on LinkedIn actually, and that was pretty cool. And he has even agreed to talk with me next week, so that's very motivating, I guess. Hold on, let me get inside the car, it's pretty cold. So afterwards I worked on the paper a little bit, and I didn't write much today, only a couple of paragraphs, but I guess it was important to send the emails or messages on LinkedIn to the speakers of the webinar today. Now I'm kind of left with writing just the results section of my draft manuscript, which has been written once, so I don't think I'll make too many changes on the results section. I also sent out the doodle poll for booking the time for my proposal defense sometime between 26th April and 18th May. So we'll see what date gets finalized, and once the date gets finalized, I'll know when to really submit my written document and when to start preparing for the presentation. And then I'll have to do a lot of studying to prepare myself.